And you're listening to 103.5 Homeboys Radio, the urban sound of Nairobi. Gmoney in the building. And man, we have just been cussing about football in the studio. My brother Navio is in the building. What's going on, my G?
Chilling, brother.
Bro, it's been a while.
I'm telling you, it's been a while.
Oh man, Uganda's finest in the building, and we welcome you to
East Africa's finest. Whoa,
okay, let's listen. Africa's finest. You know what I mean? Welcome
the Red Devil is like, okay.
That's nice.
Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, man. Humbled, man. It's a pleasure.
We've actually been trying to work out the last time we had a conversation.
Yes.
And it's got to be more than 6 years, bro.
It's yeah.
Crazy.
Like, online though.
Yeah, online.
You feel like
you know,
because you throw a comment, you be like, Gmoney, you crazy.
Yeah.
You know, so you feel like you're talking, but actually,
well, yeah,
face to face, you're like, damn, yo, has it been 6 years?
Yeah, because when Nico's people call me, I'm like, wow, Navio.
Yeah.
I couldn't say no.
Yeah,
no. These days I say no a lot, but
I can imagine.
But I couldn't say
what I mean? That's why it's been 6 years, man. You're big man. You're a big man around town now. You know what I mean?
Oh man, but always good to have you in the studio, man.
Thank you.
What have you been up to, man? I mean, like musically, life-wise, what's going on?
COVID was a serious
Yeah,
it was just the worst, for everybody. But I feel like it was also like a welcome challenge,
right?
So we kind of had to huddle together. First of all, just me personally, the investments, what I'm getting into, trying to diversify a little bit. Just personally, that happened. But also just as far as the music, understanding that if that was my last project, what would I want it to sound like? That kind of weighed kind of heavy, on me on the last couple. But yeah, man, I mean, developing that sixth album, Vibes Out the East, basically came and was inspired by that,
right?
Because I took a year break before COVID,
right,
and then released Strength in Numbers,
right.
So Strength in Numbers was crazy. It had like the Burna Boy remix on
yes.
Ice Prince, the Calligraph Jones, like it was a crazy
monster album. It was
yeah. And then 25th is when we released. We had just been fresh in lockdown, and Uganda lockdown was different.
Your guys' lockdown was on steroids, bro.
Yo, it was like
Museveni was like, I love the fact that these kids are behaving themselves now. Lock them down some more.
You,
man.
It was like 6-7 months of like straight lockdown, and then like, you get things released one by. It's like, hey, have you got a bike? Okay, you can move if you got a bicycle now.
Yeah.
All of that came about, but I feel like we came out of that stronger.
Okay.
So yeah, man, I've just been, growing from strength to strength. We're touching 70 awards as far as music is concerned now. I got to catch you up on all of that.
Wow.
Still touring like crazy. And yeah, man, this is the 6th album. 3 albums is clear cut. This is my 6th solo album. The crew's doing better than ever, and we've got the studio going crazy as well.
Right. So because I mean, if I recall, the last time we spoke, you were actually putting that together, the whole studio and all that stuff. So it's all done now.
Yeah, studio's done. We've got 2 locations actually.
Oh, wow, look at you.
Yeah, trying. So
it's
out of town and one in the center
in
of
Kampala,
town. Yeah, Uganda Road. That's called Icon Studios.
So if we come to Uganda, we can broadcast from your studio.
Absolutely.
Hey, that sounds like fun.
Absolutely.
Management, are you listening? And even for me, I've not been to. Oh my goodness, I can't even tell the last time I was in Uganda, Burna Boy had short hair.
Yeah, wow.
That's how long. That's how long ago it was.
That's crazy.
Oh man, I remember it was for this Nile something with Shaggy Burna.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago, bro.
Yeah, Nambole Stadium.
Yes.
Yeah, I performed there as well.
Yes, you did. I remember.
That
was a mad. That
was a mad show.
That was a mad show. I don't think I've ever seen so many people in my life.
That was a lot of people.
Yeah, man.
Train, when people are coming in on train.
It was crazy.
In Kampala and bus and
bike.
Man,
I have good memories of that particular trip. It was good vibes. So new albums dropping or dropped.
Yes. Yeah. 23rd. It came out 23rd September.
Right.
And yeah, went number 1 straight away.
As you expect, because it's Navio.
Well, I mean, after 22 years, it's a blessing to still have that happen. But yeah, album went number 1. But I think the biggest surprise was the critical acclaim. Guys were like, bruh, like the lyrics on
You've done it.
The rhymes, the choice of beat and whatnot. And it's not like I had any like crazy huge collabs,
right?
I was just doing music that felt good.
Who are the people on the album?
We've got Stogie T, Ben Paul,
okay,
Myth, Flex the Paper, Inverio the Storyteller.
Oh yeah, Inverio's on it as well, yeah?
Yep. Got a bunch of new talent as well. There's guys like who are like Price Teba,
right?
Lagoon the Rapper.
But you've always been putting people on though. That's like that's what you've done.
Trying, you know.
Do you know what I mean?
So yeah, the album's like crazy dynamic. And yeah, man, recording it, we just went into a space. I was gonna do an EP first. And so it was supposed to be like 6-7 tracks.
Right.
Then we went into a hotel, put all the equipment in there, and came out with another like 15 songs. So it turned into an album.
Put it down.
Yeah, it turned into an album overnight. So it's 17 tracks. And yeah, it's been a monster.
What's exciting in the Ugandan music scene now? Because you guys you guys are veterans.
Yeah.
You guys are like, you know, when you mentioned about yourself, Chameleon, all you guys are veterans.
Yes.
Right. But in terms of like the new artists who are coming through, what excites you?
I think just one, how many of them there are. You know, because there's so many ways to compete now.
Right.
So you have really talented artists, and then you have artists who can kind of hustle their way through the game, and then you have artists who are like there for controversy.
Right.
You know, before with our day, it was like, is the kid talented or not?
Right, of course.
You know, has he got bars? You know what I mean, can he sing? That was it. But now there's like different levels to the game. So I feel for me that makes it like more interesting. Annoying sometimes. What are you doing up there? You know, what are you doing in my presence? But
you know, and then also Uganda's market has always been competitive.
Oh my goodness,
hyper competitive,
super competitive.
Yeah,
like you know, like when beef pops off or something happens, it's like real, because like you feel like it's affecting your sales. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you, one of my very first introductions to Uganda, I remember we were doing a show out there. Actually, it was the Akon show years ago, 2008, I think it was. And I remember, I didn't understand all of the various beats. And I remember Bebe Cool saying to me, "Yo, G," because I was the MC. When you go on stage, introduce me as Uganda's #1 dancehall artist. This. Man gave me like a whole. So me, I've just followed his request, not realizing that he was like trying to
throw shade
to Chameleon. This guy goes and he performs. Then Chameleon comes on, and Chameleon climbs up onto the trussing of the stage and goes right across. And I'm like, this Negro crazy. He about to fall off Uganda. Let's get into the album though. Raha. Let's play that joint. I'm Homeboys Radio, the Urban Sound, and everybody. That's nice. Raha Navio from the new album. Let me tell you, it's interesting that we're playing that joint from the album Vibes Out of the East, because Fields, the producer and artist out of Nigeria, Fields was in the studio yesterday.
Yes.
And we were talking about how it's so interesting how the sound of Amapiano has morphed into like what he called it, Afro piano yesterday. Because it's like guys have taken the tempos and some of the drum patterns and really given it our own flavor, and that's what you've done with that joint there.
Absolutely. I mean, I think, you know, there are trends that are always going to go around Africa, and I think that's part of the reason why I called the album Vibes Out the East.
Right.
Is because I was like, I'm going to take a look at everything that's happening out there.
Right.
One, show that we can compete, but then also try and see what we can add as like the East, East Africa.
Right.
Because we've had the sound go, of course, Congo 15 years ago.
Yes.
We've had it, South Africa.
Yes.
We've had it now. Nigeria has held the torch for a long time. Now it's kind of come back to SA influencing again. So I think everyone kind of adds their bits, but I think it's time that East Africa kind of did that as well.
I was going to ask that, do you think that we sometimes get left out in East Africa? Because it's like with the rise of Afro beats, like Afro beats globally right now, you go to the States, go to the Europe, you go to all of these places, Afrobeats is everything right now. And sometimes I think that like there's every other week there's a new album, there's a new artist out of the East, of the West rather. A year ago we weren't talking about Ashake. You know what I'm trying to say? A year ago we weren't talking about Crayon, we weren't talking about so many of these guys, but yet they've managed to just ascend in a particular way. Even Ruga, 2 years ago no one knew who Ruga was.
True.
Why have we been left out of that growth spell?
I mean, I think as soon as networks and media started treating the industry as like a numbers game, we're already in problems because we have the most talented. East Africa has the most talented artists.
Right.
Like bar for bar right now, you can put any rapper against any rapper on the continent.
Right.
Any singer against any singers out there.
Right.
You know, you on every level, East Africa is the cream of the crop. But it's now, as soon as the networks move to like a numbers game, you have so many people being left out.
Right.
Guys who are complete legends, you know, swapping out Lamborghinis like Fali Ipupa. You know what I mean? Like get left to the wayside. I'm like, what? You know, just strictly because the numbers, you know what I mean? Congo's not about to start, you know, competing with you know, French territories are not about to start competing with, you know, what's happening in the rest of the world.
Right.
So that now means that if you're an artist coming out of Burundi, for example,
right,
it's going to be uphill.
Right.
You know, guys already like, oh, who, how many followers you got? You know what I mean? And I think it's kind of a blessing, you know. I mean, hey, after 22 years, an artist, you know, is probably not supposed to be here longer than 5 or 6 years.
No, but you earn your seat at the table because you put the work in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you know, it's crazy how much stuff has moved to like an online.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you kind of judge by your following online or your interaction online, and I think we've lost a step in because of that.
Right.
But I still think we have like the most unique voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? East African music. And when people challenge me, you know, I did a song called Injogereza, which was like super traditional.
Right.
And that is what got nominated, you know, at the Afrimas and all over the continent. You know what I mean? It was literally, you'd have like Tiwa Savage, Davido, Injogereza, you know, best artist, best song, Navio. So it shows that, you know, whatever we have to add does have a place at the table.
Yeah, I struggle with that because you know, even when I DJ abroad and like, you know, you want to take your best foot forward. Say these are my people. Sorry, as I play your song right there. Yeah. these are my people, and this is what we do, and this is how we do. And it feels like I sometimes feel like we're being left behind in East Africa.
No, it's definitely,
and it's not fair because, like you said, we have the most unique voice.
No. I mean, I think that is going to end. You know, the new generation are hungrier than ever.
Right.
I think they're going to find ways of getting in there. You know, and it's just about using our heads, man, staying smart, staying ahead of the game, and also I think that little bickering the people do, you know what I mean, it's like, why are you competing against another dude in Nairobi
exactly
when there's Davido's out there?
Exactly.
Why are you competing with another dude over here when Casper's out there? Like that should be your standard. I don't even know, like for me, I've never ever targeted the next man, you know what I mean, the dude who's, you know what I mean, Kilimani. I'm like, okay, that's dope, but my target is the top, you know what I mean? So I think also our mind frame has to change with like who we're aiming for, where we're aiming at.
All right. So you worked with Nviri on this new album. Tell me about that.
The party animal.
Nviri gets it in, man. He gets it in.
Yeah, definitely. He's super talented. You know, he's that annoying talented, you know what I mean? Yeah. Roll out of bed and just give you the best, you know what I mean, chorus you've ever heard. He's that type of guy. So, you know, our energies are similar because, you know, he's a vibe guy, likes to just go in studio off the top, you know, say whatever he's feeling. So I'm like that as well. So I think when we linked up, you know, it was only right. I've worked as well, you know, with the last albums. I've worked with Sauti Sol before. Of course, yeah. So I was like, yo, who's that new guy that y'all got? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, he's going to be in town. I'm like, okay. Like, so when we link up, it was just like,
I didn't know. I hear he's half Ugandan. He's Kenyan Ugandan.
Why do you think he's so talented?
Here we go.
It's about to be a Manchester Arsenal. Kenya and Uganda.
Let's do it.
We are here to make peace.
Navio. Navio's in the building, and that's nice. Let's do it. Featuring Nviri, the storyteller. There you go. Big tunes we do play in the morning, and we're having a quick look at his album Vibes from the East.
Yes.
All right. So why do you support Aston Villa Football Club? I just found it out, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, like, listen, why do you support? Yeah,
it's been a 30-year road. You know what I mean? And it's like how I support East Africa music. You know what I mean? Just because, you know, the West is doing it right now, or SA is doing it, doesn't mean that I change up, you know, and start supporting, you know, West Africa.
Unlike
music.
Some people I know. So like, you know, Brian's a Manchester United supporter. Yeah. And we don't usually allow more than one Man United supporter fan in the studio at the same time. But today we've had to make a little bit of an exception
because the intercountry
thing is happening.
Peaceful thing.
For real.
We got to like create peace.
I respect people who stick to their teams. Like you can change your house, your car, your wife. You can even get rid of you can even put your kids out for adoption. But you can't change your football team because it's a choice that you've made. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So if you've changed your football team, and I know you, I don't respect you. I just don't respect you. But Aston Villa,
this show is not for you.
Yes, this show is not for you. For real, man. All right, real quick. So we're gonna jump. We said we're gonna finish the interview really a bit hardcore than we started.
It's Gmoney.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? So I gotta.
Yeah, and obviously I know you mostly for your bars.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Even though you've just done that lovey-dovey song with Inferior.
You know what I mean?
I know you for your bars.
Yeah.
So I got 2 songs on the schedule. I've got Extra Mile and I've got Utajua Hujui.
Yes.
Which one do you want to hear?
Wow.
Which one of your children do you want to hear? Listen to
finish hardcore, Utaju Ujui. Yeah, because either way, guys want to hear that Navio Stoke.
Exactly.
Do it after the show. Spotify.
Yes.
Get online. You know what I mean?
Stream it up those numbers, man.
Stream it up. But yeah, we'll do Utaju Ujui because also my Swahili. You know what I mean? I went back to my birthplace, Nairobi.
There you go.
Yeah, put some Swahili on it. So yeah, I think we'll finish strong with that.
All right, let's do this.
Ooh, vibes out the east, baby.